Good afternoon again. So this morning, we'll just recap what we covered in the first study. We're looking at the Battle of Raphia, and we're looking at it for a number of reasons. The first and primary reason, I think, is to demonstrate the integrity of our prophetic message. We're a movement that's based on prophecy. So it becomes a matter of critical importance that when we make predictions based on God's word of things that are going to come to pass, it becomes a matter of vital importance that we are able to identify the fulfillment of those events. So the primary purpose is, I guess, really for our own self-edification, you could say. It's for our benefit. I also made the point that it shouldn't be lost on any of us that as we observe using their terminology, the Alpha movement, right, they do not have any light on this development. But this has been opened up to us. Right. So another purpose, maybe that I didn't state in the first class, is so we can develop a better picture of what the fulfillment of prophecy looks like. Right, when we make a prediction and those predictions are fulfilled, what does that fulfillment look like? And how much work, what work goes into being able to connect the prediction to the fulfillment? Because the point that we made is that it's not, these predictions are not things that are readily apparent. That are not easily seen. Right, they require some digging. You have to know something about what you're looking for. So if we're looking at the Battle of Raphia, and we began by looking at the typical history. The point being that the type gives us a model for the anti-type, which is our history. Right. And we look at the Battle of Raphia was part of the series of 6 Syrian wars that took place between the Seleucid Empire and the Ptolemaic Empire. Raphia specifically was part of the 4th Syrian War, and Panium was part of the 5th Syrian War. We made the point that these Syrian wars, the Battle of Ipsus paved the way for these Syrian wars. And we spoke about that context, how the Battle of Ipsus paved the way for the war between the king of the north and the king of the south. But we identified, we made the point that to identify the character of this conflict. Not just this conflict, but of all 6 of the Syrian wars. Which is the fact that they were not fighting for each other's territory. In the sense that Seleucus was not fighting for Egypt and the Ptolemies were not fighting for Babylon. They were fighting for control of a specific territory that was of strategic importance. And this was Coelho, Syria. Right. Coelho, Syria was one of the only gateways into Egypt. Right. So whoever controlled it wielded much influence. So this model, this is the model that will help us to understand the antitype, which we said was a conflict between the United States as king of the north and Russia as king of the south. And they're fighting over spheres of influence. We made the connection with history, in the sense that we looked at the year that has passed us and asked the question, what were the spheres of influence that these two parties were in conflict over? And we identified Syria, Turkey, Ukraine, Libya, Venezuela, and Africa. You would probably identify others, but these are the ones that we are going to look at. So this is a conflict over spheres of influence. And it's a conflict also characterized by information warfare and proxy wars. So we began, we also made an important point, which is we can identify the prophetic fulfillment in 2019. We can see the events in connection with the spheres of influence. But something that we see in this dispensation, from 2014 to 2019, is that the developments we are taking note of in 2019, we can see their beginning in 2014. So there's a book ending where we see a certain issue at the beginning and at the end. Right. So as we look to the fulfillments in 2019, we're going to contextualize them, put them within the context of the things that we see in 2014. Right, and we began with Syria. And we spent some time laying out the context of the Syrian conflict. What it was about. What it is about. And the first point we made is that it's a conflict over pipelines. Over energy resources. Right. Europe is dependent upon Russia for its supplies of gas. Europe and they've been seeking ways to reduce their dependence on Russia. They've been seeking ways to reduce their dependence on Russia. So they supported a pipeline by Qatar, a pipeline by Qatar to Europe. This pipeline would have to pass through Syria. Syria is a close ally of Putin. So Syria blocked this proposal. And it believed it did this in response to Russian pressure. there was a second pipeline proposal by Iran.
Iran,
which would also pass through Syria and reach Europe. Russia supported this proposal, and Syria approved it. But then the war broke out, and just prevented the finishing of this pipeline. So all the parties involved in the conflict have some connection to these two pipeline projects, with USA and Russia being the two principal parties on the opposite side. Right, so it's a conflict over energy. And it's also, we also made the point that Syria is of strategic importance to Russia. Because Russia has important bases in Syria. Russia has a base in Syria which is its only access to the Mediterranean Sea.
Russia ina base yayo mu Syria esobola gitusa ku Mediterranean Sea.
Right, which is important for trade and its military operations.
Iranga egasa kubya sense.
So we see why Syria is important to Russia. So in 2014, the United States enters this conflict in an alliance. Right? And the war rages on. We come to 2019. In 2019, the United States withdraws and leaves a power vacuum, which Russia, Turkey, and Syria quickly filled. So as far as Syria is concerned, in 2019, it's a victory for Russia. Right. So here we see a definite fulfillment. Now that's where we left off. Now we're coming to Turkey. Turkey. So what is the importance of Turkey? Turkey, if you look at a map, it's an important buffer between Russia and Europe. It lies between Russia and Europe. And Turkey actually has served as an important middleman between Russia and Europe. So both the Western powers and Russia are interested in Turkey. Turkey is of strategic importance because it's the middle ground between them. Whichever side has the greater influence over Turkey has an advantage. So where do we begin the story with Turkey? You have Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the president. Erdogan. Right, so Erdogan was the prime minister. From 2003 to 2013. Right, and his term limit expired. When your term limit expires, what do? You retire. So what did Erdogan do?
What did Erdogan yakola ki?
Right, he did not retire.
Yagaana okuvaako.
He created a new position, the position of president.
N'afuna ekifo ekirala ekyobwa president.
Right, and then he took that position.
N'atwala ekifo ekyo.
He won it in an election, of course.
Era yakiwangula kuyita mu byakulonda.
But it was a position that was created specifically for him so he could continue in power.
Naye ekifo ekyo kyali kiteereddebo olwa ye kusobola kuwangula asobole okugenda mu maaso n'okufuga.
And it's supposedly a ceremonial position.
Era nga kyali kiteekeddwawo ku lulwe.
Right. So we have Erdogan coming in as president in 2014.
Tulaba Erdogan ng'ajja okufuuka president mu 2014.
Now, what's the significance of Erdogan?
Erdogan alina mugaso ki?
Right, he's a dictator.
Dictator.
And from 2014,
Era okuva 2014
we can trace his progress in how he's taken Turkey towards a dictatorial path.
Era nga tulaba singa tuba tusomye bulungi okuva tusobola okulaba engeri president gy'azze atwala Turkey mu ngeri y'obwennakyemalira.
I'll just give a little bit of this background.
Ngenda gezaako obbawa byafaayo.
In December 2013,
mu December 2013,
a massive corruption scandal was exposed in Turkey.
Waliwo ekirali kituufu mu Turkey.
And many powerful members of Erdogan's party were involved in that corruption scandal.
Era nga obukumpanya buno bwali buli mu gavumenti y'Erdogan.
Right, Turkey was under sanctions by the United States.
Turkey yali eyawuddemu ebitundu olwa USA.
They couldn't sell. I think they couldn't buy gas from Iran.
Baali tebasobola kugula amafuta okuva mu
No,
Iran.
sorry, it was Iran that was under sanctions.
Iran yali eyawuddemu ebitundutundu.
Right, Iran. It was illegal for Turkey to buy Iran's gas.
Era nga president wa Turkey yalina okugula amafuta okuva mu Iran.
Right, but they found a loophole where they could buy Iran's gas for gold.
Era waliwo we baasanga ng'olumu bagula amafuta nga bakola exchange ya gold.
So it's called the gas for gold standard. The gas for gold scandal.
Era bakiyita gas for gold standard nti okukyusa amafuta olwa gold.
Right. So this corruption scandal, it's exposed.
Obutali bwenkanya buno bwamala ne bulabibwa.
And key people in Erdogan's party are implicated.
Era ogenda okutunuulira nga abantu abasinga bali beenyigidde mu bukumpanya buno b'Erdogan.
So what does Erdogan do in response?
Erdogan kikyakola mu kugezaako okuddamu.
Right. He begins to purge. He begins to purge the judiciary. He begins to basically all the people that threatened, that he saw as a threat,
Abantu bonna be yalabanga abaali bagezaako okumwatankinga ku nsonga eno.
who could have played a role in exposing his party in this situation.
Bonna abandikoze ku kumwanika kyonna kye yali akoze.
He started firing them all.
N'atandika okubagoba mu gavumenti ye.
He fired over 1,000 court judges
Yagoba bajjaji nga 1,000
or moved them.
n'abakyusakyusa.
I think they said thousands of civil servants were fired as well.
N'abalala 1,000 abakozi ba bulijjo nabo baagobebwa. Abakozi ba gavumenti baagobebwa.
The police force, much of it was fired as well.
Ne poliisi abasinga mu bo baagobebwamu.
TV officials,
Abakola ku TV.
just anyone who could have posed a political threat.
Omuntu yenna bwe yalowooza nti wa kumuyimiririramu.
He begins to start getting rid of them.
N'atandika okubajjawo.
So I'll just read a small portion of a news article.
Nina kantu ninyo ke njagala okusoma okuva mu news article.
It's from the Washington Post.
Yava mu Washington Post.
And it's called Turkish Authorities Purge Regulators.
Era nga kagamba nti obukulu bwa Turkey bugoba abantu okuva mu gavumenti.
Turkish authorities purge regulators, state TV employees in backlash against graft probe.
Nti obukulembeze bwa Turkey bugoba abakozi ba TV, abakozi ba gavumenti.
All right, so it says, Turkey has extended a purge of official organizations to the banking and telecommunications regulators and state television, firing dozens of executives in moves that appear to broaden Erdogan's pushback against a corruption investigation. The authorities had previously reassigned thousands of police officers and about 20 prosecutors and fired some TV officials in response to the investigation. And this investigation was the biggest challenge to Erdogan's 11-year rule. His opponents say they fear the purge of official bodies will destroy the independence of the judiciary, the police and the media. So we see Erdogan consolidating power through this purge from 24, which began in 2014. And the purge continues from 2014. Then we come to 2016 and there's a new development. There was an attempted coup against Erdogan's government. But this coup failed. And this coup was then used as a pretext. This coup was used as a pretext to do a new and deeper round of purging. Right. So, in fact, when you read it, they say this failed coup was like a gift from heaven. Right, because it gave them the opportunity to go much further than they had gone before in the removal of their opponents. So this purge, this consolidation of power through this purge, it has taken place in two phases: 2014 to 2016, and 2016 to today. And its purpose has been to establish him as a dictator. So in 2014 we have Erdogan in power. And he becomes significant in 2019. Because what is his political philosophy? In what direction has he taken Turkey? He's taken it towards an authoritarian direction, but also a right-wing populist direction, right-wing nationalist direction. Right, and we see in 2019, we see him change alliances, if I can say that. He shifts his alliance from the United States and the West to Russia. Right, Turkey is important to the West. It's a member of NATO. NATO, the military alliance of Western and European nations.
nato kiringa kibiina ky'ebyokulwanyisa ebya West.
And Turkey has the largest standing army in NATO.
Era nga Turkey yesinga okubeera n'amagye amangi mu NATO.
After the United States.
United States.
Right, so Turkey is significant.
So Turkey ya mugaso nnyo.
But now in 2019, you have Turkey doing something that upsets NATO.
Naye bw'otunuulira 2019 Turkey waliwo ekyenjawulo kyakola ekitali kirungi eri NATO.
Which is purchasing military equipment from Russia.
Nga egula ebyokulwanyisa ate okuva mu Russia.
Turkey purchases a satellite system from Russia.
Turkey erina ebyamaguzi oba ebyokulwanyisa byegula ate ng'ebijja mu Russia.
And Trump's response to this
Era Trump mu kwogerako ku kino
was to threaten Turkey.
Kwe kukangakanga Turkey.
Right, to threaten to punish them.
N'abagamba agenda babonereza.
And to threaten to withhold military technology from them.
Era n'agamba tagenda kuddamu na kubawa buyambi bwa tekinologiya gwe yali abawa obw'ebyokulwanyisa.
And this pushed Turkey further into Russia's arms, I'll say that.
Era Trump wamala okwogera bino kino kyasindika ate nnyo Turkey wala n'akwatagana nnyo ne Russia.
Because they said if you're going to do this, then we'll go to Russia even more.
Kubanga bagamba bw'oba kino kyogenda tukola ffe katugende mu ngalo za Russia.
Right. So when it comes to Turkey, I'll put here moves towards Russia. So you have a NATO member shifting its alliances towards Russia.
Tuina member omo wa NATO Turkey atwala agenda maaso n'akola okukwatagana ne Russia.
In terms of Turkey as a sphere of influence.
Mugezako okutwala Turkey nga ameefuge ga Russia.
In terms of Turkey as a sphere of influence.
Mugezako okutwala Turkey nga ameefuga.
2019 was a victory for Russia.
2019 kyali kyasanyusa nti Russia yali ebwangu.
Now we come to Ukraine.
Tudda ku Ukraine.
So with Ukraine, we know that there's a war that's taking place in Ukraine. When did this war begin? It began in 2014 when Russia annexed Crimea.
Russia yagenda newamba Crimea.
Right, to annex is to take or cut out.
Ekigambo ekyawandiise annex kitegeeza kutwala.
Right, Crimea is a territory in Ukraine.
Crimea territory mu Ukraine.
And Russia just invaded it and took it over.
Era Russia yagendayo bugenzi n'egikwata n'egyezza.
And that was the beginning of the Ukraine war in 2014.
Era ensibuko y'olutalo lwa Ukraine mu 2014.
Why did Russia invade Ukraine?
Lwaki Russia yagenda okulumba Ukraine?
Because Ukraine is an important sphere of influence to Russia.
Kubanga Crimea kifo kya njawulo eri Russia.
Ukraine is an important sphere.
Kubanga Ukraine kifo kya mugaso nnyo eri Russia.
Ukraine is a former Soviet state.
Okusookera ddala Ukraine kyali kifo kya Soviet Union.
Right, Ukraine was a satellite state of the Soviet Union.
Zezaaliemu ku nsi za Soviet Union.
Right, and it is part of a number of countries that serve as a buffer between Russia and Western Europe.
Era zezimu ku nsi ezikwataganya Europe ne Russia.
because you have a development that Russia is unhappy with. Whereas more European countries and as more former Soviet states join NATO. When they join NATO, NATO can then put its missiles and bases in those countries. So you have this development where more and more of these countries have been joining NATO. And the long-range missiles, NATO's long-range missiles, are being placed closer and closer to Russia. Right. So when it comes to Ukraine, Russia attacked. Russia annexed Crimea as a punishment to Ukraine for accepting a deal from the European Union. Right. European Union. So Ukraine was turning away from Russia and turning to the West. And Ukraine is too close to Russia's borders for comfort. Right. So then now Russia it fights back. Russia Ukraine. Annexing Crimea, and then this is the Ukraine war. Right. So you have both the United States and Russia involved in supporting different parties in this conflict. Particularly politically. So I have a point here, I'll just make it. Why did Putin do this in 2014? It's not only because of the foreign policy considerations. This move made him very popular domestically. Right. So Putin's approval ratings within his own country shot up for the next 4 years after this decision. So European nations put in so you have the West and Russia fighting for influence and control of Ukraine. So Russia and West European nations Ukraine. Right. There's political conflict, there's military conflict. Political conflict and military conflict. But now when we come to 2019, what do we see? Trump, in response to conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories which are believed to have originated from Russia. Trump makes a demand from Ukraine. Or a sort of threat. Right. He tells them to investigate investigate whether Ukraine had interfered in the US election in 2016. Right, because in 2016 it is understood Russia meddled in the US election in order to help Trump to win. So now there's this conspiracy theory that it was actually Ukraine that interfered.
Kati waliwo ebigambo ebyobulimbi ebyajja nti yali Ukraine si Russia.
And this conspiracy theory, according to US intelligence, originated with Russia.
Era ebigambo bino ebyobulimbi biviira ddala mu Russia.
And it benefits Russia.
Era nga biyamba Russia.
Because it takes attention away from itself.
Kubanga ejja ebirowoozo by'abantu mu kugirowoozaako n'ebitunuuliza Ukraine.
For what it did.
Ku ekyo kye yakola.
Right. And he also asks or tells him to investigate his political opponent.
Era n'asaba bakole n'okunoonyereza ani mulabe we.
And otherwise he would not release military aid that was to go to the Ukraine.
N'agamba era bwe kitaba ekyo tajja kutabuyambi bwa byakulwanyisa obwali bugenda mu Ukraine.
So this phone call between Putin and Trump and the Ukrainian president is exposed.
Era bino ebyabawo wakati wa Trump ne Ukraine ne biteekebwa mu lwatu lw'abantu.
And it then becomes the basis of Trump's impeachment.
Era okujja ku Trump kutandikira.
Right. This was the central issue, the central crime, shall we say, which led to Trump's impeachment.
Bino ebimala okuteekebwa mu lwatu okusaba Trump ave mu ntebe okutandikira.
So we know it had that effect domestic to the United States.
Tukimanyi bulungi nti kiina ekyenjawulo kye kyakola ku USA.
But what effect did that have on Ukraine?
Naye ekimu ku bitali bulungi bwe kyakola ku Ukraine.
Right. I'll read this article.
Kansome article eno.
It's from ABC News.
Article eno eva mu ABC News.
It says, in the last month, Donald Trump has triggered chaos.
Era wagamba nti mu mwezi oguwedde Donald Trump alina oluvuvuŋŋano lw'aleeseewo.
In both Eastern Europe and the Middle East.
Wakati wa Eastern Europe ne Middle East.
Right, so just read portions of this.
Somamu bimunabimu.
It says a phone call to Ukraine triggered an impeachment inquiry.
Trump okubira Ukraine esimu kimu kyaleeta okugezaako kumujja mu ntebe.
And a phone call to Turkey triggered an invasion.
Era okubira Ukraine esimu kyavaako n'okukola okunoonyereza ku Trump.
These actions seem unconnected.
Ebintu bino birabika nga ebitali wamu.
But deliberately or not,
era tebikwatagana.
They massively benefit Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Kubanga bino byonna biyamba Russia.
Right. And I'll read another portion of the article. It says Putin's 5-year war in Ukraine has been an attempt to isolate its neighbor and prevent it from joining the European Union.
Putin okuteeka olutalo mu Ukraine ebadde enkola y'okusobola okujja neighbor we mu kwegatta ne Europe.
Weakening the Ukrainian government is an important part of this goal.
Kubanga Ukraine y'ensonga enkulu.
And while the White House's release of the phone call transcript has led to an impeachment investigation,
ate nga tulaba bulungi nti Trump akuba essimu mu Ukraine ekizeeko kyakusobola kumujja ku ntebe.
And severely damaged President Trump,
era n'okusobola okumwonoona.
It has also caused problems for Zelensky.
Era kireese n'obuzibu eri Zelensky.
Zelensky is the president of Ukraine.
Zelensky ye president wa Ukraine.
His approval ratings are down for the first time since he was elected.
Era n'amaanyi ge gatandise okukkirira okuva lwe yalondebwa.
And details of the phone call have damaged his relationship with the European Union.
Era n'okuba essimu wakati we kwonoonye okwatagana kwe ne European Union.
At a time, Zelensky was hoping to take steps to join it.
Kubanga Zelensky yali ateekateeka okwegatta.
Zelensky, weakened both at home and internationally,
Zelensky amaanyi ge gaamenyebwa wakati mu nsi ye n'ebweru w'ensi ye.
Has now indicated an openness to striking a deal with Putin.
Era kino kireesa ate okuggulawo puroguramu empya ne Putin.
Right. So Putin doesn't want Ukraine joining the EU.
Ukraine tayagala Putin tayagala Ukraine yegate ne European Union.
Part of his strategy is to weaken Ukraine. So in 2019, when this phone call with Trump is exposed, the details of it put Ukraine in a bad light. It put Ukraine in a bad light with the European Union that it was trying to join. Right, and it even caused problems domestically for the president. So, from this position of weakness, Zelensky has now expressed an openness to work with Russia towards a deal to end the war. Right, so there's more that can be read on this issue. But Ukraine is in a difficult position with relation to Russia. And there are already fears within that country. Right, protests in that country. Because people are afraid that whatever deal comes will favor Russia and not Ukraine. Right, so with Ukraine in 2019, as Ukraine as a sphere of influence, we see Russia winning in 2019. I'll just put here. I'll put impeachment. And deal with Russia. No, let me do this. Weakened Ukraine. And deal with Russia.
Ukraine
we have a bit more time. We'll just put in one more. Maybe two more. We'll see. The next is let's look at Venezuela.
Venezuela.
No, before Venezuela, let's look at Libya. Dealing with that region of the Middle East and Europe. Before we move to the rest of the world. So, Libya. Gaddafi was overthrown in 2011. And he's overthrown by Clinton. But the civil war is marked as really opening up in 2014. So I have the civil war in Libya. Right. So even prior to the civil war, Libya was an important sphere of influence for Russia. Libya was an ally of Russia. And Putin and Gaddafi were allies. So when he saw his ally and friend killed in an operation that was supported by the United States, this was an important turning point in Putin and Russia's relationship with the West.
kuno kwali kyaleeta enkyukakyuka nnene wakati wa Russia ne wakati wa
in Putin and Russia's relationship with the West.
Wakati wa Putin ne Russia enkwatagana yaabwe ne West yakyuka.
So when it comes to the civil war opening up in 2014, the West has been involved, Russia has been involved also. When it comes to 2019 in particular, Russia sends in a group of mercenaries.
Russia esindika ekibinja ky'abamasinale.
I think they're called the military contractors.
Era betuyita abakozi b'omulimu gw'okutta.
Like a private army.
Nga amagye ag'enjawulo oba amagye ameekusifu.
He sends in these private contractors called the Wagner Group.
N'asindika amagye gano ameekusifu ge bayita Wagner Group.
And I think they say that there are over 800 Russian troops in Russia, in Libya.
And
they are supporting, the, well, then you have to, I'm trying to keep it high level, not to go through very much detail. So basically, Libya is divided into two portions. There is the eastern portion.
Eastern portion.
Right, into two regions that are at war with one another. There's the eastern region, which is led by General Khalifa Haftar.
East.
And there is the western portion, which is led by the Government of National Accord. Right, and the western portion is supported by the Western powers.
Western portion, west, Europe.
And this Wagner group has come in on the side of the Eastern powers under General Raphia. And why is Putin involved? Why did Putin do this? Why is Russia involving itself in Libya in this way? I'll read an article. It's from Al Jazeera. And it's called Libyan Officials Cite Evidence of Russian Mercenaries in War. Libyan officials cite evidence of Russian mercenaries in war. So I'll just read a few lines. It says, Libyan and US officials accused Russia of deploying fighters through a private security contractor. To keep battleground areas in Libya. They are Russian fighters backing renegade military commander Khalifa Haftar. Whose forces have been trying for months to capture the capital Tripoli. Where the UN recognized government of national accord is based. Government UN. Alright, so here it says, analysts said Russian President Putin is trying to find leverage with the Western powers. He's trying to find leverage with the Western powers because Libya is rich in oil. He's trying to exert greater influence over the Western powers. No, he's trying to exert greater influence over the Western powers. Through Libya. Right. Because he knows Libya is rich in oil.
amafuta,
right? Oil that, by implication, the West wants.
Amafuta agandigenze mu West.
And he also knows that Libya is the gateway for migrants into Europe.
Era nga akimanyi bulungi nti Libya abantu mwe bayitira okusobola okugenda mu Europe.
There's a migrant crisis in Europe right now.
Essaawa zino mu Europe waliwo enkyukakyuka mu bagenda mu nsi ezo.
Where thousands of people are flooding into European countries, Italy, France, Greece, and other European countries.
Abantu bangi abagala okudda bagenda mu nsi ezo nga Italy, Greece n'endala.
Right, from North Africa and from the wars in the Middle East.
Okusingira ddala abava mu North Africa n'abava mu East.
So, exerting control over Libya, controlling Libya,
okufuga Libya,
showing control over Libya,
okulaga obuyinza mu Libya,
a country that is very sensitive to the West for these two regions.
Ensi eno ey'amakulu ennyo mu West,
right? It projects its power.
Eraga amaanyi ge.
It makes him appear more powerful on the world stage.
Eraga nti w'amaanyi nnyo.
So that's what this article says.
Ati genda kyegezaako tuga.
It says Russian influence has done only two things.
Nti Russia eyina ebintu bibiri by'ekoze.
Inflate their size and specter of their power in Libya.
Okugezaako okuteeka amaanyi gaabwe mu Libya.
They are not positively engaged or trying to play a constructive role with diplomatic or political value.
Tebalina nnyo kwagala kwa njawulo kwe balina mu Libya.
Putin would like nothing more than to keep Europe busy and divided over Libya.
Putin talina kyamakulu nnyo kyayagala wabula kyasinga okwagala kwe kukuuma Europe ng'eri busy nga gifudde active.
Scared of illegal immigration.
Okugeza nga mu immigration.
Paralyzed by right-wing populism that threatens the very idea of the EU.
Era ng'agezaako okwonoona abantu bano okwonoona obwagazi engeri abantu gye bayinza okugendamu okufuna obubudamu mu Europe.
Right. So you have Libya.
Oyina Libya.
A very sensitive area to the West, to Western Europe in particular.
Ekifo ekyamakulu ennyo mu West.
And Russia is coming in and exerting its influence within that country. And it's doing this essentially to terrorize, basically to terrorize Europe, to keep them afraid. Right, to exert a greater level of influence over them, if through fear. Because Libya has oil that the West needs. So if he is in there causing trouble, right, it inflates his power, it inflates Russia's image. And also, as we said, Libya is the gateway to all these so-called illegal immigrants.
Libya yemu kumakuba agatwala abantu mu Western Europe.
Really, lots of refugees.
Abantu bangi bagenda mu Europe nga bayita mu Libya.
And we know that all this immigration is causing a crisis within the European countries themselves.
Era nga tulaba nti abantu bano abagenda mu Europe kireeseewo akavuvungano.
Because it's creating support for right-wing nationalist parties.
Kubanga kireetawo amaanyi ga right-wing abalina obwagazi right-wing.
Right-wing nationalist parties who want to close the borders.
Kubanga aliwo ba right-wing nationalists abagala okugalawo border.
And these right-wing nationalist parties also want, generally speaking, they're not supportive of the idea of the EU. They don't want to be in the EU.
Era ogenda okutunuuliranga nabo omulimu gwe balina tebawagira European Union.
Right, so Libya is important in that respect.
Era Libya ya makulu nnyo mu ngeri eyo.
But we have Russia
Tulina bulungi Russia
from the opening of the Civil War. In 2014. We have it in 2019 taking significant steps. To increase its influence in Libya. Its influence and power in Libya. Which is to the detriment of Western Europe. And to the detriment of the European Union. So in terms of Libya, when you look at General Khalifa Haftar, he's been besieging Tripoli itself, the very capital. And now he has Russian support. Right, so he's not. He's an existential threat to the government in the capital that is recognized by the West. And he's doing this with Russia's help. So when it comes to 2019, in this respect, Russia is winning in Libya. If we look at Libya as a sphere of influence. So recap and finish in our next study. So to summarize, we've looked at Turkey, Ukraine, and Libya as spheres of influence.
Syria, Turkey, Ukraine, Libya.
We saw that we can identify developments in 2014. That lead to developments that we see in 2019. And the developments we're seeing in 2019 are Russia winning in this political conflict. Russia gaining victories against the United States in these political conflicts. And this is ultimately in line with what the model for Raphia teaches us. Right, that we see the king of the south gaining a victory over the king of the north. And this victory is they're taking control of the sphere of influence. And the final point I'll make is that as we make these connections, you start to see what the fulfillment of prophecy looks like. I would say it's not something that you will see readily. It requires you to be watching world events. And to be paying attention to the developments in connection with these subjects, with these issues that are the subjects of the prophecy. Right, so if you're not doing that work, that digging, the research and the study needed to connect the prediction to the fulfillment.
Research
you can miss what the actual fulfillment looks like. Right. So, again, tomorrow we'll finish the study. And then move on to another topic. Let's go to prayer. Father in heaven, we thank you for your word. And the ground that we've been, and for the ground that we've been able to cover. We thank you for a blessed first day of this camp. And we ask for your blessing as we rest. And Let me raise us up bright and early for the first day. May you keep us safe. May allow all to go smoothly throughout this week. For we ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.